The Browning BL-22, excellent gun, fun, fast, accurate. But you know, like any other 22, once in a while you got to take it apart and clean it real good. Now I tell you, the gun is easy to take apart, but it is a pain in the butt to put back together. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So let's get over to the shop and get started. All right, the first thing I'm going to do is remove the magazine tube. And I'm going to make absolutely sure the gun is unloaded, which it is. And I'm going to lay the rear sight down just so it doesn't get damaged. Before we take this apart, I want to show you the ejector in here. So let's see if we can get a close-up of that. Okay, if we bring the bolt back, you'll see the lifter come up right there. And you'll notice in the background here, you have the ejector and you have a spring right behind it. I don't know if we can see that or not, but that's what it looks like. Now when you take this gun apart, that lifter and that spring are going to come out. They're kind of a pain in the butt to put back in, so I want to show you what it looks like before you take it apart. Okay, next we want to open up the action. I'm going to remove this screw right here. Now turn the gun upside down and pull the buttstock off. And the assembly will come out with it, just like so. Okay, next we want to remove the extractor. And we want to take the spring out right here. It's a very small spring. Probably won't get it in focus. And put these off to the side. Okay, to remove the bolt, close the cocking lever and lift up the back of the bolt and slide it forward. Just like so. You'll notice a piece fell out. This is the locking bolt, and I'll show you how that goes back in. Here we have the bolt cover plate. We can take that off, just like so. Now nothing else is going to fall off of this. Here's your firing pin. This is the back of the pin, and of course this is the front right here. Just check and make sure it protrudes up here in the front very slightly, just about like so. Now years ago my firing pin broke and I had to replace it, and that's the only problem I've ever had with this gun. Now let me show you the locking bolt here. We're not going to put this together now, but let me show you how it fits. You'll notice this little tab right here. And here's your bolt. Here's the front. This is going to slide in right here. Just like that. This is actually the piece that's going to lock the bolt when you get ready to fire the gun. And that's how that's going to work. Let's take a look at this, just in case you might have a part that needs to be replaced or something fell out. Now, as you can see, this is spring loaded. You've got your main spring down here. And this pin on your gun may come out. Mine doesn't. If it comes out, just take it out and put it off to the side. This is a pin that lines up with the front of the receiver. And that's what we have right there. And you don't want to lower the hammer while the gun is disassembled. Let's take a look at the receiver. See if we can get a look here. Here's the pin that ejector is going to rest on right here. And we'll get a better look here when I put it back together. And that spring, let's see. And the spring for the ejector is going to fit right in that recess there. So you know what, let's go ahead and put the gun back together. It's a little tricky with that ejector and that spring, but I'll show you how to do it, and after that it should be a piece of cake for you. Okay, to put this gun back together, first thing you want to do is look at this pin right here. Okay, that little pin, and now you have a little, let's see here, see this little point right here? This pin needs to fit underneath that point. See if I can get a shot here. Just lower the carrier and just like that. And that's how that works. Hopefully you can see that. Okay, once you get it like that, just go ahead and set it off to the side. Okay, remember the bolt and this little pin, this locking block, which is going to fit just like that. And it's a little tricky to put back together, so let me show you how to do that. Take your action and have it sitting just like that. Okay? Then you have that little tab here on the corner of your block. Just take it, put it on this pin, and lay it on there just like that. Okay? That's what it should look like. And then you can take your block. Remember, that's going to fit in this recess here. See if we can get this on video, okay? Just kind of line everything up. I told you it was a little tricky. Okay. Just like so. Okay, and that's what it should look like. Just hold the bolt down with your finger, work the action, and you can see how she works. Just like so. Notice the pin right here. Okay, now we can take our plate here. And there's a little pin right here and a hole in the plate, so we'll just snap it on just like that. Okay, that's what it should look like. Now comes the hard part. Okay, take your ejector and take your spring, and what we're going to do is we're going to take this small spring, show you what it looks like. And it's going to fit again right in that recess right there. Let's see, it's going to fit in right there. So let's put that in. Get you some long nose pliers. Okay. Okay, I got that in. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that ejector and set it on this pin right there, and it's going to push on the spring. So I know it's kind of difficult to do this on this video, but I'm doing the best I can, guys. And here's the hole in the ejector. Okay, just like that. And then I'm going to line up this spring, and when I get it lined up, I'm going to push in the extractor so it's compressing that spring. Then I'm going to take my action just like so with the action open, and I'm going to see if I can slide this together. Ah, yeah. And I'm going to see if I can slide this together. Ah, yeah. Nope. God damn. Okay, let's try it again. Okay, I think we got it. Take a look down inside, make sure everything's lined up. If it is, get your screw in there. Now, I got to tell you, it took me 8 or 9 attempts to get that in there. And let's see here. Yep, looks like we got her. That's what it should look like down in there. Check your action, make sure your lifter pops up, just like so. We got her back together. Works pretty good. Now, you don't want to dry fire this, even though you could probably do it and get away with it. Don't do it. You know what? Fun gun, easy to take apart, pain in the butt to put back together. We'll see you guys next time.